Hi Pisces, welcome to your astrology forecast for 2019 and 2020. Now this is going to be a general overview of the next 2 years with the primary focus in 2019. And I will go into much greater detail when I do the monthly Pisces astrology forecast. 2019 will be the year you never forget because of the surprising and brilliant strides you make in being you. The planets are favoring you. Saturn in Capricorn sextiles you. Uranus moves into Taurus for the next 6 years, and it sextiles you. And it's opening up how you think and communicate. So it's time to create a new life script. It's time to tell a new story. Pluto is also working for you because Pluto in Capricorn too sextiles you. Neptune has been in your sign for a really long time now, so you're very familiar with having Neptune in Pisces, and he's working with you too. So it's like the universe is, giving you a real boost up here in 2019 and 2020. Saturn is saying, hey, get your life on firmer ground. The key to continued success is to acknowledge the fears and insecurities you have about seeing things through to completion. First, define what success means for you, and it's going to be unique for each one of you because you're all on your own life path. But what does success mean for you? What does that look like for you? What does that feel like for you? You can't achieve a goal if you don't know what it is. Sometimes you can avoid this because if there's no clear aim to what you're going after, then you can't fail. That's the ego tricking you. And that's doublespeak. Second, don't try to compensate for the feeling that you've been missing in action by taking on too much. That's the other extreme, is not taking action or doing too much. Keep it simple. Recognize that time is on your side. That way you can use it to your advantage without sacrificing your intention or wasting the resources you have at your disposal. Take your powerful imagination and vision and marry it to the reality of time and space. Make the physical world work for you. Now, Uranus is shifting how you think and communicate and how you use knowledge. And you will notice this when you start talking and out comes words that astound you. Not because they're terrible or mean or unkind, but because they are based on the new value system that was created by you when Uranus was in Aries for the last 7 years. You may not have noticed it because Neptune has been taking up so much of your space since 2012. Now, Neptune is still present in your life, but he's much less wispy and more clarifying. You may have moments of being invisible, not only to the rest of the world, but to yourself. Remember, having a healthy ego is good for you. How can you live your life if you don't include yourself in it? Make sure you treat yourself with the same sensitivity and compassion that you give to other people. Then you can reach for the stars knowing what you're made of. So it's really interesting how these energies are moving for you. You've got Jupiter at the top of the chart all of 2019, growing your career, growing your business. This is the time to go for it. This is not the time to avoid work or avoid taking on a big goal. This is the time to take one on. Take a big goal on. Go for the brass ring. Go for the gold. Go after what you want because you will get it. The stars are favoring you. Jupiter in Sagittarius, Saturn in Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn, Neptune in Pisces, Uranus in Taurus. Now Uranus steps back into Aries just a bit, but it'll be back in Taurus March 6th for good for the next 6 years. Neptune will retrograde June 21st through November 27th. That'll be a time where you'll rethink things. You'll reevaluate things. Neptune is your modern avatar. He rules everything Pisces. And he's in your sign. He's extremely powerful. However, you've been dealing with him since 2012, so you're well acquainted with him. Jupiter is your traditional avatar, and he's in the area of your reputation in the world, your destiny in the world, your career in the world, your outward contribution to society. And he is pulling you up, pulling you forward. And that's why this is the time to, really work on your career and what you do in the world. Anything you do in the world. It's time to go after it and make tangible results and make the physical world work for you. Let go of the fears and insecurities that have limited you and held you back. And when you do that, things are going to fall into place for you in a major way. Now, January 6th through March 5th, 2019, all the planets are direct. This is the time to take action, start a new business, go after a promotion, launch a new website, launch a new product or service, publish your music, publish your book, anything that you want to do. This is a fabulous time to do it when all the planets are direct. They can help you get you where you want to go. They absolutely will support you and take you to success. It's so exciting where Jupiter is in your chart. It really is awesome. Really awesome. The first eclipse is going to be on January 5th, 2019 in Capricorn. Saturn is in Capricorn. The Sun and the Moon are in Capricorn. And Pluto is in Capricorn. So they're pulling them together. That's why it's game on with Saturn and Pluto all of 2019 and 2020. Now, the last time they coupled together like this was in 1982 and 1983. And when I did the Pisces 2018 through 2020, I asked everyone what was going on with you then. Now, some people said, I wasn't born yet. And that's okay. When your natal chart is alive. You can take your natal chart and you can wrap the transits around it from 1982 and 1983 and see how it affected you and how it's affecting you now. Another time period I want you to think about now is 1989 and 1990. What was going on with you in 89 and 90? The reason I am asking this is because your avatar, Neptune, was in Capricorn. Uranus was in Capricorn, and Saturn was in Capricorn. And they were all coupled together, just like they're going to be doing here in 2019 and 2020. Well, not Uranus and Neptune, but Saturn and Pluto, and then Mars and Jupiter are joining Saturn and Pluto in 2020. Here in 2019, the eclipses are pulling them together. And Saturn is getting closer and closer to Pluto for an exact conjunction coupling, which will be in 2020, which will go exact in January, February, March 2020. But it'll be on throughout 2020. What was going on with you in 1989 and 1990? It's worth it to think about it. Now, again, if you're young and you were born in 91 and so on, you could take the outer transits and wrap it around your natal birth chart, and you will see that what was going on then had a big impact in your chart and is having the impact now in your chart. Linear time is only here in 3D. When you get into higher dimension, 5th dimension, 6th dimension, 4th dimension, and on, the past and the future are all in the now. Everything happens in the now. It's only here that it's linear. So, your chart is alive. It's been alive before you were born, and it'll be alive after you cross over. So you can wrap the transits around your natal chart and take a look at how they are affecting. And it's in the same area, which is the area of your goals, your friends, your hopes and wishes, sudden luck, sudden opportunity, breakthroughs, the money you make from the business you own, and the money you make from the company you work for, your goals, your friends, where you network, where you hang out, It's a fun part of the chart. And it sextiles any planets you have in Pisces, which is opportunity. The eclipses are running in a way that are bringing you opportunities. So this first eclipse is in Capricorn, opening the door to new goals, opening the door to new friends, opening the door to new networking, new ideals. Then the following eclipse is the final eclipse in Leo. And Leo is all about optimism and faith and nourishing and nurturing you in the area of your work. Then the following eclipse is going to be a solar eclipse in Cancer, your sister sign, activating the area of true love, romance, creative self-expression, risk-taking. The Cancer eclipse is saying, take some risks. And it's all about opening your heart, being creative, opening doors to love, opening doors to children, and nourishing and nurturing you, because the North Node is in Cancer. The North Node will be in Cancer until May 5th, 2020. So it's all about nurturing your creativity, nurturing your projects, nurturing anything you're doing creatively, nurturing love, being open to love, being open to romance, sex. It's exciting. And it trines harmonious energy flow with any planets you have in Pisces. Your sun in Pisces, your moon in Pisces, your rising Pisces, and so on. So the Cancer energy is pouring positive energy into any planets you have in Pisces. And if the eclipses, stir up, anything you're afraid of, remember, what you resist persists. And, Pluto in Capricorn, he's been drilling down, and he loves to show you what's not pretty. He likes to show you the ugly, the difficult, the horrid even. But when you look at it and you release it, then you can find the gift. You can find the gift of the experience, or the gift of what is happening. And this is about transforming the deepest parts of your psyche, which then shifts your whole life. Recognize that the next 2 years offer an optimum time to immerse yourself in this process. As Saturn and Pluto couple, you will have the opportunity to harness all that power with purpose and focus. What emerges is pure on all levels, physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Eclipses stir up old fears of your capability, and it's about navigating the new path. And, it's about purging the insecurities, purging the judgments about how you live your life, and how you self-impose limitations on yourself. It's about releasing them, and maybe what you project onto others. It's time to let all that crap go, because they're toxic and it's not good for you. And this is what Pluto's been drilling down with you, and will continue, because Saturn and Pluto are going to be coupling together here in 2019 with the eclipses, pulling them together, and then in 2020 they go exact. And Mars enters Capricorn February 17th, 2020. Jupiter enters Capricorn December 3rd, 2019, and then you're going to have, a mega conjunction, South Node in Capricorn, Mars in Capricorn, Pallas Athena, the asteroid of goddess of wisdom and truth, Capricorn, Jupiter in Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn, Saturn in Capricorn, all of these planets in Capricorn, in this area of your hopes and wishes, your goals, your friends, the money you make from the business you own, or the money you make from the company you work for. I know I sound like a broken record sometimes, but it is the area of where it's all happening. And it's going to be a huge focus in 2020, a very big focus in this area. And when you have Mars in this area and Jupiter in this area, it's action time. And it really is about you, celebrating you, taking care of you. You're going to have a faith and confidence in yourself that reaches an all-time high. So don't try to be like anybody else. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't do what they're doing. Get into your own creativity. Get into what is appropriate for you and right for you, and follow that, because doors are opening for you, unlike ever before, with Jupiter in this area of career expansion, profession in the world expansion, and Saturn in harmony with you, and even Pluto in harmony with you. Even though they're the grumpy old men, and they do dig up our deepest insecurities and fears, you can release it and let it go, because as fast as the eclipse comes in, it moves out, and then it's gone again. And with you, the eclipses, they're sextiling you and they're trining you. So you have an advantage to work with these eclipses better than anybody, except maybe the Virgos too, because Virgo is in harmony with Capricorn and Virgo sextiles Cancer. So it's about time, right, that the Virgos and Pisces get such a boost up, because you are getting it. And, when the eclipses were in Leo and Aquarius, it wasn't really helping. Now it's going to help, having it in Cancer and Capricorn. You're going to see a very big change in the love you give to others, in the love you receive from others, in your creativity, in your work, in your life. And that's why it's so important to don't let, the insecurities hold you back, and to really get in there and set a goal for yourself, because then that helps Saturn and Pluto. You're giving them something to do other than dig around in your subconscious. You're giving them something to do, something to work on, and that's what they need. They need something to work on, especially Saturn. Saturn is a worker. He's a builder, and we want to give him something to build. That way, he's focused. And you've got so much creative energy in here, especially with Uranus now in Taurus, sextiling your planets in Pisces for the next 6 years, opening your consciousness, opening your writing, speaking, teaching capabilities. And like I said, is you're going to have thoughts in a vocabulary come out that it's going to surprise you, like, whoa, I didn't know I was so smart. Well, you are. You're brilliant. And you're going to be, just so brilliant with these energies, empowering you and lifting you up. And this is the time to write a new life script, too. So, that self-talk we have inside of our head, the things we say to ourselves, change your script. Write a new story. Write your life story not as it was, but as you want it to be. Write your life story the way you want it to be. And it'll be amazing, because it will change for you. And it will change in a way that opens doors for you, create new opportunity for you, exciting opportunities. Your neighborhood's about to get really interesting. With Uranus in this area of short distance travel, community, about a 100-mile radius around you, wherever you live, it's going to get interesting and exciting and fun and stimulating. So there's going to be a lot of fun and stimulating activities happening around you, that it's really inviting you to celebrate your uniqueness, celebrate your originality, your creativity, your imagination, because it's powerful. It's so powerful, and it's on for you. There's going to be 3 Mercury retrogrades in 2019, and the first one will be in Pisces, March 5th through March 28th. So many of you will have Mercury retrograde in your solar return chart. And, the solar return chart is where the sun returns to exact degree of birth every year, and you're in a new chart. And it gives the astrologer the landscape of the year, of where you'll be focusing your energy. So Mercury will be retrograde in Pisces for most of March, March 5th through the 28th. So any of you born March 5th through March 19th, you'll have Mercury retrograde in your chart, in your solar return chart, which is about, rethinking things, but also, it's like your cup is full, your brain is full, and you just want to file things. You want to be really organized. You know, get things organized. And that way you'll feel strong. But you'll be rethinking things. Whenever Mercury goes retrograde in your own sign, the brain disconnects from the mouth. So it's like your mouth says one thing, but your brain was thinking another. It's like, wait a minute, you two, let's get together here. But it is an opportunity to reevaluate things, revisit things, restructure things. There's a lot of benefits to Mercury retrograde. In fact, the link is below to get your Mercury retrograde cheat sheet. And you can get that by signing up for my email. And it's a free gift I give when you sign up. And it can help you navigate the do's and don'ts of Mercury retrograde. And so then the next Mercury retrograde is going to be in Cancer, from 5 degrees Leo through 24 degrees Cancer, so mostly in Cancer, July 7th through the 31st during eclipse time. So we know July is going to be very interesting with the eclipses and a Mercury retrograde. But again, it's in the fun part of your chart for you. It's in the area of true love and romance. So somebody could be coming back from your past, knocking on your door in July, saying, hey, Pisces, what are you doing? Let's get together. And then, of course, the eclipse in Capricorn is opening the door to new relationships. Both of them are opening the door to new friends, new love, new creative outlets, new creativity, new expressions. And then the final eclipse is in your sister sign, Scorpio, on Halloween, October 31st through November 20th. And that is in the area of what you believe and your spirituality. And, you know, that will be in harmony with any planets you have in Pisces. Yeah, you know, when planets get to Scorpio, you know, there's going to be trine in the North Node in Cancer, forming a grand water trine to any planet you have in Pisces. And, you know, that's going to be really amazing to have just this creativity and imagination and visualization all working together. And that's why you want to marry it with structure and being practical and applying yourself every day. You know, like make a commitment that every day you get up, you're gonna, if you're a writer, you're gonna write. If you're a painter, you're gonna paint. You know, whatever it is you do, make a commitment that when you get up every day, you're gonna commit an hour to your craft, to whatever it is you do. And, you know, and if you've got a job, you get up a little bit early so that you can focus on your craft and then go to your job. And then that way you're building a momentum of really applying yourself to your creative talents and gifts. And then that way those talents and gifts can produce something amazing for you. Because you could get published this year. You could have an art show. You could travel and teach. You could travel and speak. You could, you know, use the internet to be out in the world. Like you could really make your mark in 2019 and 2020 because of the eclipses, because of the planets, because of where Jupiter is in your chart, really favoring you and moving you up in whatever you do. So let go of what no longer serves you and tell a new story that's empowering and nurturing you and loving on you. For those of you open for love, it's on. It's going to be on for the next couple of years because of the eclipses opening up this area and because you have such a big focus. And, you know, with Saturn there, you know, there could be an age difference. You know, the person could be a lot younger than you. The person could be a bit older than you. It just depends because we're all on our own unique path. However, if it works, it works. That's all that matters. If it makes you happy, if the person makes you happy, that's all that matters. For those of you coupled, you know, this is a time to, you know, do fun things together. Do a creative project together. You know, plan a fabulous trip. Do something like incredibly romantic. to celebrate the relationship, to celebrate your love. Do fun things that really celebrate the union, celebrate the partnership. Career is off the charts. If you want a career, this is the time to do it. If you want to move up in whatever you're doing, this is the year to do it. And next year, especially this year, where Jupiter is. If you want a promotion, if you want the world to know, hey, I'm here, this is the time to do it. This is the time. Jupiter is expanding you in this area. You wait 12 years for Jupiter to get to this part of your chart. Go after whatever it is you want. You could get that promotion. You could, get published. You could, make a great movie, make a great television show. Anything you want to do. Make a beautiful business for yourself. Move up in whatever company you're in. Now is the time to do it. And I love, like I said, January 6th through March 5th for any new launch. That's the time to launch. And I'll get even more specific when I do January, February, March. But this is the time for you, Pisces. Go after your career. What's that? Time waits for no one. Go after. Take action. Take action. This is the time for action. It's not the time to just sit and meditate. Well, I'll just visualize. No. You can visualize, but then you have to act on it. Take small steps every day. Every day you get up, take an hour commitment to whatever it is you do. And you are going to see the payoff big time. Big time. Money looks good. And the more you put in, the more you're going to get out. The more you put into your work, the more it's going to pay off for you financially. Spiritually, well, I'm talking to Pisces. So all you have to do is take that time, shut off the electronics, get quiet, listen, meditate, and all will be given. All will be downloaded. And you will have that direct line to God. You've got Neptune in your sign. Hey, God, how's it going? That's all you have to do. Take time. Be quiet. Listen. She's right there for you. He's right there for you. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing my videos. Pisces, you're rocking awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps to support the channel, and it lets you know when I upload. So until next time, Pisces, I am so excited for you. I mean, things are so lined up. Even if you have moments where you're scared, it's okay. We all get scared. Line up the energy. Take small steps, and you are going to be amazed and thrilled and surprised about how brilliant it all comes together for you. Success is here and now. Your time is now.